What up, family? Get a news pull man. That's 20 married to Lee. Today is Thirsty Thursday in my city, Chicago, October the 20th, 2022. So they say. Look, I hate to be the bearer of bad news for my real Mary McNamara's, but the truth is the truth. Now, I know people look at me and don't believe nothing I say, but they should. You understand what I'm saying? Especially if you grew up admiring me, thinking, if I make it, you make it. And that's was my intentions. But because the greedy people knew more than me, you understand what I'm saying, before I knew my worth and took advantage and kept taking advantage ever since the age of 1973, when I stood up for myself for being a child abuse victim and then becoming the originator of rap music at the age of 8 in 1975, and then trusting people who look like me and whom I thought had my best interests at heart, but come to find out they was just using me as a respirator, and my Mary McNamara's also. I'm gonna take my sunglasses off to prove that, the eyes don't lie. I don't drink, drugs, smoke, or fornicate. I'm a decent person. I've been through a lot of stuff and adversities in my life and had a lot of shysters and, gold diggers. Basically, it's sex, drugs, rock and roll, control, and politics with this criminal minded type activity is going on. Everybody want to be Al Capone or whatever and stuff, People never want to be themselves for some reason, I'm trying my best to be something other than a stereotype. And, rap was good at one time, and it was, informative, and now it's just, on the brinks of, it's watered down. It's not what it used to be. So basically it's coming to an end, and 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to get nothing out the deal. Like I tell people all the time, I never had a day at the spa for real, a real vacation other than some nonsense child trafficking. Never had a new car other than, test drive or whatever and stuff. I prided myself on helping people, thinking they would come back and help me, and that's how everybody like Oprah Winfrey's and all the higher ups got what they got. If you go back 50 years, you would know, we didn't have much. The TV used to go off at 12 o'clock, real talk. And once they got a hold to rap, people realized it was something good, and they just, raped it like they did me as a little girl, 5 guys and stuff. This is the truth. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but, drugs and alcohol and people's, problems, other people's problems is the reason why I haven't gotten far. Now, you may see me out there looking halfway decent, but, that's just because I'm trying to hold on for the ones who, feel like giving up. You know what I'm saying? If I would have gave up after they gave me cancer in 2016, a lot of people, like the baby and a whole lot of other people, wouldn't have made it. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. Basically, the people who made it and who invested a lot of money, like in mansions, things that, was high in merchandise or whatever and stuff, needed us to replenish their loss. And that's why my Mary McNamara's haven't made it. A few of them did. And the ones who have, I'm telling you to be careful, because, they didn't want nobody to make it quiet skip. They thought I would have died and gave up. But I held on for you all because I felt like if the ones I grew up with didn't help me, maybe, you all would help me, the millenniums or whatever, or at least have a chance to prove that, longevity in rap, hip hop, or whatever, understand what I'm saying, was what it was supposed to be all along and stuff. So I appreciate the ones who held on and stuff. I personally never wanted to be a rapper. I just wanted to tell my truth and maybe get on a talk show and, get a standing ovation. You understand what I'm saying? And go back to being just me, or being me, what I wanted to be, like it's a regular person and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you used to see people walking around that was stars or whatever and stuff, quote unquote stars. And it was no big thing. Now, they got the big head, paparazzis and entourage, it's a lot of nonsense. So, they said be careful what you ask for, you just might get it. So I'm free. You understand what I'm saying? And people are hating on that. You understand? I never wanted to be a rapper, right? They stole my stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why the world is in chaos and confusion. So, but for the ones who really are good, like Miss Shirley, I know you probably didn't feel some kind of way or whatever about me, but you know, I knew they was using you. You understand what I'm saying? Because the person you had name was Rudy, and or is it Rudy or Ruby? Rudy. And I knew a Rudy in Alcoholics Anonymous. So all they did was piggyback off of you know, they used us all. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, they took advantage of me. At least y'all got a little recognition. They still acting like they don't know me. But, you know, every time I'm out and about, people trying to, you know, start stuff with me, you know what I'm saying? But for the ones who are struggling and can't get in, maybe that's a blessing. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. And when they do come for you, make sure you know, tell them the price that you want because you earned it. Real talk. I have some real diehard Mary McNamara's that are really good and stuff. I'm the best, so I know y'all just as good. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. They need us. We don't need them. Okay? Remember that. They the one that got all that to worry about, and they need us to work for them. You understand what I'm saying? And it's people out there will do it for a little bit of nothing or whatever, and those are the ones they want to pay and control and stuff. Real people, they don't want to pay and control. See, I thought I could bring the family back together, and you know, we won't have to feel like a slave. But it seems as though we're going backwards and not forward, and everybody else is coming up off of us, all the racists and stuff. You know, I usually predict stuff, and I'm usually right about it. And you know, it just people ain't right. You know what I'm saying? But gotta figure it out. I'm through. I don't care how they feel about me. You understand what I'm saying? I did what I could do and stuff. You know, the older people just was thinking about themselves, longevity, and they had that Malcolm X mentality and that Martin Luther King mentality, and just two-bit hustlers and stuff. They was never entrepreneurs. They was just gold diggers and stuff. But I can't understand why, because we all could have been billionaires. It's still, you know, baffling me. But hey, it is what it is. I'm like a chameleon. You understand what I'm saying? I can pretty much, you know, get in where I fit in. You know, I'm surprised myself, to tell you the truth. But yeah, I don't know what to tell my Mary McNamara's other than, you know, the people that was around you 9 times out of 10 was just using you to come up so they can, you know, build a brand and stuff. You know, I know you don't want to hear that, but if a person really is for you, they be there for you for real, for real. And when I, you know, like my ex-girlfriend, LaWanda Joy Jacobs, you know, I knew from the beginning she wasn't going to be there in the end. And, you know, I gave her the benefit of the doubt, and I shouldn't have. But, you know, I needed to have some fun too. I don't regret it, but at the same time, I don't appreciate it either. So, you know, at least I hung in there with y'all and stuff. So I know the people who try to get you to turn against me, you thought they was going to look out for you. It's like, where they at? For real. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Y'all can still win this if you just, you know, embrace me and stuff like I embraced you. But if not, I understand. Won't be the first time. I'm not mad. I just want to be left alone. It's like parents that raise their children, and then the children try to bring their children, and grandparents be like, no, we already raised you. Go get a babysitter or something. So that's how I feel. I'm tired of raising people I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. Sometimes you just got to let everything go and start over. 2023, if I'm still alive or free or whatever the case may be, I'm going to act like none of this happened. I know how to delete shit and don't dwell on stuff. The ones out there, they can't, because they feel as though, you know, they conscious. It's they conscious. Take my word for it. I forgive you. Now, I don't know if God going to forgive you for me, because I work my ass off. And I deserve something other than, you know, kicking ass and shit. So you got to live with yourself. Hang in there, Mary McNamara's and stuff. If you got to downsize. That's what I did. If, you know, you got to throw away a lot of stuff and start from scratch. You got to do what you got to do and stuff. Let them get over one more time, and then, you know how to do it now. You understand? That's all I got to say. treated like prison, because that's all they want from us anyway. I believe they just kept us around, you know, to imprison us in the long run and stuff, because that's why they kept building prison to put people in, you know, and concentration camps and things of that nature or whatever and stuff. They don't like us. Imagine that. I ain't going by myself. And with that, this will get a news point of America. That's for the Middle East. Step the game up. Peace.